I recently came out with, I can't believe I'm saying this, but my 20-second cookbook, which makes me sound really old. But this one is my family's favorite because it really is a collection of the way I was raised and the way my family eats. It's called, funny enough, Everyone is Italian on Sunday. One of my favorites, and probably one of the easiest recipes in the entire cookbook, is my family's brisket recipe. And my mom would make this a lot, like if St. Patty's Day was coming up and people were making corned beef and cabbage, my mom would make the slow cooked meat, but she'd make it a little different. She'd put a little Italian twist on it. It's also the time of year my sister's birthday is right near the St. Patrick's Day. So this is one of our family favorites. My sister loves slow cooked braised beef. And it's super simple. The brisket you bring home and you put it in brine. Brine is just salt water. Sometimes you add sugar, sometimes you don't, but it's just dissolving a large amount of salt or kosher salt with aromatics, so any kind of herbs or crushed garlic or onions, and you let the salt dissolve and then you quick cool it down. I add a ton of ice to quick cool a brine, and then you add your protein, whatever it is, chicken, turkey breast or a whole turkey, or in this case, our brisket. And I leave it in the fridge for 1 day or up to 2 days before I'm gonna make the brisket. For my brine for this dish, it's got a lot of carrots in it. I love citrus with carrots, so I sliced up an orange. I put in lots of black peppercorn, a little Worcestershire sauce, lots of fresh bay leaf, and some nice grassy parsley. Dissolved salt into water, made the brine, quick cooled it with ice, and then I just throw that into a plastic food storage bag and add the meat. Super simple. Then you take the meat out the day of, you pat it dry, and you brown it in a big old Dutch oven. And you get your oven nice and hot, but you want it to cook low and slow in that oven. So 300, 3 1/4, and it's gonna cook about 3 hours once we get it in the oven. Now when you're caramelizing your brisket, any meat that you're going to braise, pat it dry before it gets in the pan. Make sure the cast iron pot, your big Dutch oven, gets super, super hot before you add your protein. Super dry on that, little oil, and then get a good dark brown color on it before you flip it. So brown your brisket, get it out of the pot. Throw in a ton of onions and let them cook down till they get sweet and aromatic and the drippings from browning the meat. My God, it's hard to even think, it smells so good. So then you're gonna add several stems at a time, I'd say probably 2 tablespoons. I strip a bunch of thyme and throw it down in there. And then we're gonna add about 3 cups of stock. Stock in a box is fine. Chicken, veal, or beef, whatever's in the pantry. I got chicken, keep it nice and mild. Then you're gonna throw the meat in here. Pop our brisket back in. And pop this guy into that oven for a good 2 hours or so. After 2 hours, we're gonna add our big, beautiful bunch of carrots. Let me grab a mopping. Get this over here. We're gonna add carrots, but we don't want the carrots to turn to mush. We wanna serve them as our sweet, delicious veg. So we're gonna let them go for 2 hours, like I got one in the oven working. I love my husband, but boy, do I miss him a lot when I gotta carry these big pots around the kitchen. She'd hear me at home. He could be all the way up in his music studio. I'd be like, John! So you put this baby in the, oh wait, I forgot the carrots. Hold, please. We put the carrots in this one because he's been cooking for 2 hours. Woo. 1 whole bundle with big, pretty green tops, because we're gonna use the tops too to make the gremolata. Throw our carrots in. John! Oh, God. Then you let him go. Then you let him go for another 30, 45 minutes to cook the carrots until they're just tender. It'll depend on how big the carrots are. Then I'm gonna take some of those beautiful green carrot tops. They make a delicious pesto in the summer too. We throw in some of our big, beautiful carrot tops, a ton of grassy flat leaf parsley, the zest of an orange, and a whole lot of toasted almonds. And what we're making here is gremolata. You sprinkle this over dishes like ossobuco. Anything slow and braised, you put this little sprinkle of herbs and citrus and usually garlic and sometimes nuts, and you use it to sprinkle over these slow braised meats. It adds texture and this bright, sassy little finish to your dish. Add a little garlic to this. It's a huge clove. I think one will do us. And then our toasted almonds. I know. And I put salt on everything. I'm a salty girl. A little salt over the shoulder for luck. If you're making a little bit of gremolata, hand chop it. It looks cool. People think, oh, look at them suffering in the kitchen. If you're making a ton of gremolata, take out the old food processor. Oh, it smells phenomenal with the garlic and the citrus and the, delicious. Pop that into your bowl. And then when you serve, you take the brisket out, put it on your carving board. You strain off all of those delicious juices, the carrots, the onions, the meat, and see, it becomes this beautiful, glossy, delicious sauce. I know, right? I'm literally drooling. I'm hoping it doesn't come kind of oozing out of the sides of my mouth, because that would be gross. All right, so come on down here, and then you take your vegetables, your beautiful carrots, platter them up with your onions, slice the meat and let it rest until everybody's ready to come to the table. I know, right? And it's nothing. This is so nothing. This dish is so, so easy. So, you take, whoops, it's so lean, it's literally falling apart. You take a couple of beautiful slabs of that nice lean brisket. Woo! Whatever. Just like my house. Just like my real house, pick it up with my hands. It's a lot easier. Then you're gonna take some of that beautiful gremolata and sprinkle it down over the top of the meat. I know, sassy. Fat drizzle, them juices down over everybody. Oh, I know, right? It's like disgusting. My mom is so funny. When my mom really loves something, she says, oh my God, that's disgusting. So anytime I send her down leftovers or I cook for her, if she doesn't call me back and say it's disgusting, I call her literally half crying and I'm like, Mom, it wasn't disgusting. So funny. All right, now look. Simplest meal ever. So delicious.